What's good, man? Peace, God, all my good people out there, man. We won't talk about it, man. Jaguar Wright, you know what I'm saying? She out here causing a lot of drama and a lot of chaos, right, man? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, man, they've been exposing her too, man. Saying she had like a little alcohol, a little anger management thing going on, and she was like had a sex addiction. You know what I mean, going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like she's upset that she ain't meet the standards that she was trying to do for herself or whatever in the music business. But like all the stuff she was saying, 95, probably like 98% of what she was saying is factual stuff that you can actually prove that she's actually telling you the truth. And then the other percentage is stuff that she was saying that only she would know. You know what I mean? But like I say, majority of the stuff that she was saying were factual. You know what I'm saying? About different artists and different people. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example, man. It's a comedian lady, right? You know what I mean? They had a whole sex tape with this comedian lady, and her, I guess, publicist or whatever was able to spin the story to make it look like it wasn't her giving this person fellatio. You know what I mean? It was her. It was her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you got all these teams of people trying to spin stories around, people got to understand within these businesses, as far as like, I was looking at Kevin Hart Instagram. He was talking about all the hard work people put in to get to the successful place that they in today. A lot of people's knees are dirty from all the penises and stuff that they've been sucking to get to the place that they are right now. I mean, even you heard little stories from Terry Crews being touched and different stuff like that. It's not shocking, bro. Like in the industry like that, where you have a lot of hungry people that coming from low income areas that's trying to make it out of those places, they'll be willing to do a lot of things. The people that you think are the most amazing, great people have done these things. And you put, they see, you gotta understand that the goal is for the person to be able to create an image of you the way they would think people want to see you. Like you can look at a superstar or something like that. Oh man, she would never cheat. It's the imagery. That's all fake though. That's not really what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? She was attacking Alicia Keys. She was attacking so many people. Mary J. Blige. So many people she was going at Diddy. And the thing is, these stories has been lingering in the industry for years. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff been lingering in the industry for years. You know what I'm saying? That's like I say, 98% of what she was saying was factual, and then the other stuff you don't really know unless you was there. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, a lot of the other things you can go back and prove it. The statements and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Even Tevin Campbell, the whole situation with that, is actual dockets and documents that's explaining his whole situation, was showing that basically everything that she's saying is proven to be factual. And what people not understanding with this young lady, I mean, not young lady, but the OG, is that she was messing with a lot of the guys that was messing with these individuals. I'm not gonna say their names, but she was messing with them. So she know behind the scene things that they was doing that was trifling. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, it's a business, bro. Like everybody's trying to get the upper hand and trying to enjoy what they can enjoy, while the person that place where they trying to get to the fame spot. You know what I mean? So basically, if you got a young girl coming off the street, you know what I mean, they don't really got no money, they ain't really got nothing going for themselves. You writing songs, you providing, producing, and putting them into this spotlight. They're gonna do whatever the hell they got to do to get out of that. They don't want to go back to the hood and keep suffering. They want to get away from that. So they made what people would call sacrifices. So when Kevin Hart wrote this on his Instagram about the hard work people put in, like people really put in hard work, and I'm talking about sexual favors and that part, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of times it's not really the time. That's why everybody will say like, oh man, they can't sing or that good, or they not that funny, the comedians and shit like that. You be like, oh, how they get this big star? Not everybody had to do this, but majority of the people that's in these spots have been doing sexual acts to get to the placement that they are at, the movie roles, the shit they get on shows. You be wondering, like when Cat Williams was saying different things, he was sending little shots out and stuff like that. People are doing things that position themselves into power. Those stories are not going to be put out in the open because you don't sleep and talk. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you do. With this, with the OG that's doing right now, and she's spilling the beans on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I had the whole footage of this comedian lady, you know what I'm saying, doing what she was doing, fellatio and shit like that. And if you can imagine her doing that to a regular Joe, just imagine what she was doing to get into those different concerts and different stuff just to be put into those positions. Man, come on, man. Stop allowing the fantasy on the television screen to fool you from the reality of what they got to deal with, what they got to go through. You know, so that's why they do the Illuminati's and all of this, because it's so many secret societies and secret things within that business that you don't have no idea. And this lady is exposing everything. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys are getting mad and upset because they being exposed, and the truth is coming out to the light. You know what I'm saying? And she's really putting the mirror in front of these people and making them look at themselves. You know what I mean? For all the things they done. See, like I understand, you got a lot of people you're talking about in the beginning stages of their career. You know what I'm saying? And where they at now. You know what I'm saying? They not. You know what I mean? They don't have to do that stuff now. Now it's the new artists that you seeing that's coming up that got to do these things. You know what I'm saying? That hard work that Kevin Hart was talking about. You know what I mean? That hard work that Kevin Hart was talking about. Kevin Hart said they got to do hard work to get where they at. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, it's more funnier people, women out here. I mean, no diss to Tiffany Haddish or none of the other comedians, but it's funnier people out here that's not going to ever get that shot. Why? Because it's the equivalent of Eddie Griffin saying, I'm not putting on a dress. It's the equivalent of that. The girl that's saying, I'm not going to get on my knees and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Tiffany and them did that. I'm just saying the reason why the positions are being taken and filled is because people are willing to do whatever it takes to get in those spots, if you get my drift. You know what I mean? Men and women. So I just think you got to get away from that fairy tale you see on the TV screen. These people perfect and all of that. Like, come on, man. They even had exposed the truth about what's her name? Miss Knowles, was it Beyonce mother? They had information out on that she was goddamn doing stuff in her marriage and cheating and stuff like that. Like, man, like I said, allegedly, let's say that, you know what I mean? But they like, everybody got dirt on them, dog. Ain't nobody perfect in this world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got dirt on them. Everybody got something that they did that they regret and stuff like that. But like I say, when you talking dependent of who become the superstar, who become big, a lot of times it's not your talent. What they always say is who you know and who you're connected to, right? Well, see, they don't tell you the other story. See, they doing it that political way. They not telling you all the penises these motherfuckers had to suck to get to where they at. And Gene just came straight out and said Mary J had to do blase blah. You know what I mean? He came right on this live and said it. Like, the security guard for Diddy came straight out and said what Mary J said. And you know what I mean? And like I said, what's called was saying that the niggas in death row was, you know what I mean, tossing the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that business is a dirty game, man. A lot of secrets, a lot of lies, a lot of people just doing a lot of fornicating. Like I say, Jaguar was people been coming out exposing her now, saying that she was out there in them streets real heavy. You know what I'm saying? She was. I mean, what they call now a thought pocket. That basically that's how they was carrying her. Like, she was out there, she was doing her thing out there, so she kind of know the different dudes that was messing with this girl and the different stories, because niggas be pillow talking. You know what I mean? They just do. For her to know this much information on, you know what I mean, Alicia Keys and all this other shit that she's been putting out to the streets, you know what I mean? You got to understand that somebody had to talk and run their mouth about it. You know what I mean? It's almost the equivalent of what happened with not Mary J, but Jada Pinkins with the whole August Alsina thing. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of stories like that in the industry, because you got to understand these regular people. We see them on TV and all, we thinking these fairy tales and rainbows and fucking niggas jumping over ponies and shit. Like, it's reality, man. These people come from the block. Like you come from the block. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to make it, dog. So they on the knees and they doing what they do. I just think, man, at this point, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the young lady, you know what I'm saying, I guess she feel a lot of shade and stuff like that. I mean, a beautiful voice, you know what I'm saying? But like I tell people a lot of times, it's what you willing to do within your time period in that the industry and with the people that you got around you. Like, the opportunities be there, but like I tell a lot of times, when you start messing with drugs and you start losing your focus, your craft will begin to take a hit. And then not just your craft, you will begin to not be in the positions that you want to be in. Ego. Oh, I'm better than this person. You start doing the ego tripping and shit like that, it'll fuck everything up you trying to do. And I think that's what this lady was dealing with, the ego tripping the relationships she had with the different men. Because I seen a lot of time when a woman would be with a certain man, she begin to think she got the power that the man got, you know what I'm saying? Because he the lead role in this, so I'm sleeping with him, so now I'm the lead role in this, so I can start doing whatever I want to do. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna look at you in the same way. They're not gonna respect you the same way. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in them offices and you thinking that just because you sleeping with this dude or that dude, and that you gonna run something, and you the boss now, people just gonna look at you like you crazy. But I just feel like the fraud of people like that be drugs and just that ego thing. And I think a lot of people was just exposing Jaguar for that, her attitude and the way she carrying things. And basically what people see right now before them, you know what I'm saying, exposing all these different people and putting their business out there for no reason, you know what I mean, just going at Diddy and all these individuals and just coming at them, clapping at them, you know what I'm saying, and people are trying to figure out, well, why is the person actually stooping to a level to do these type of things that's just despicable. You know what I mean? Especially when we're going through Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and things like that in the community. What will give you time to actually try to attack black people at this point? You know what I'm saying? It's a weird space to be in, especially being a sister that come from the soul movement. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? That's how people looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, for her to be coming at Alicia Keys, who is now married to Swiss or whatever, about a situation that it has nothing to do with Swiss or Alicia at this period of point in time, talking about stuff that was going on when there was younger kids running around, I think it's just disrespectful. I just feel like she going to a place where I feel like it's almost the August Alsina type of thing, but she going even crazy because she talking about events that didn't really involve her personally, you know what I mean? It was just like stories that she heard from people and stuff like that, and I feel like some of the stuff she experienced with people she was with, you know what I mean, intimate and stuff like that. But like I say, just putting all this information out here like that, I feel it's irresponsible, because like, to be in the industry and to know that everybody's human, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing we got to understand. Everybody's human. When I look at that and be around that, I would know, like, of course, a woman gonna be a woman, a man gonna be a man. They might sleep around and do this and do that. But like I say, I always tell people, it's position of power, dog. Like, people was going crazy on Cat when he was saying the stuff about Tiffany. Like I said, I'm not putting Tiffany in the category of what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you a prime example of, there's a lot of comedian women out there that's funny as shit that'll never get that opportunity because they're not willing to do what it takes. And I ain't talking about the work ethic of them doing stand-up or being able to act or none of that. They can do all that shit, but they'll never get the opportunity because they ain't willing to sleep with any nigga that come their way. They're not willing to get on their knees for any nigga that come their way. It's the same thing with the comedian man that's not willing to put on the dress to be, you know what I mean, a feminine man with bras on and shit like that. He not willing to do that shit because that's not what he believe in. And that they not gonna get the opportunity because that's what they're gonna want you to do. They want you to submit to what they want you to do. And that's how you win in the industry. If you're not submitting to what they want you to do, you will not have success in the industry. I'm pretty for sure some of your top people had to sacrifice their own culture and their own dignity. You know what I mean? People don't even defend the black culture when stuff going on with Kaepernick or stuff like that. They're afraid to speak on those situations. Why? Even the Megan Thee Stallion, her getting shot, they don't give a damn. Why? Because they care about their own brand, their own thing. Same thing when Floyd did the thing with Gucci, right? And they came out and did the monkey thing. Everybody doing the monkey thing, being funny, disrespecting black people. And then Floyd put on the whole Gucci suit. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting this guy. You know what I mean? He black, ain't he? You know what I mean? That's it's just a distasteful thing because it shows you that within that industry, you got to be able to work within what they trying to make you do. You know what I'm saying? If you go against the grain, then you're going to realize what you're going to end up suffering from. And like I said, when you got a Jaguar type of personality that's not willing to, like the band, she might have did the sexual things, but she wasn't bending with the ego thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as the studio shit and all the stuff that come with making an artist great. You ever had an artist that you see as talented, but they don't know how to make songs that will pop to the industry? So they making songs for themselves, not for the people that actually the consumers. And the people that is consuming is a small group of people. The difference between Lil Wayne and Papoose or somebody, like let's prime example, Papoose and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is willing to go into every genre and tackle it head on and not be afraid to be different. Whereas Papoose, he just want to be a rapper. That's why he'll never be as big as Lil Wayne ever. He'll never be as big as Wayne. Why? Because Wayne was willing to change. He came from the Hot Boy era to the Tunchi, and you know he did all the different Waynes that you seen, but he was willing to change. Most artists don't want to change; they want to stay the same. That's why they never become as big as uh, uh, Lil Wayne. 50 Cent, the same thing. 50 Cent didn't never want to be nothing different. He was telling Master P should have stayed the same. He shouldn't have changed his image and stuff like that. It's how you change your image too. You know what I mean? What Wayne did was he experimented with different genres from the rock and roll style and stuff like that. When he sing, I guess it probably was an influence from when Jay did it. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing his thing with it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, if you an artist, you got to be a true artist to the game, willing to take those chances, like Nelly. I mean, doing country songs and stuff like that. You gotta be able to jump in different genres and master the craft and become great at it. And I think the Papooses of the world wouldn't do that. They, oh no, that ain't rap and this and that. You know what I mean? So they keep doing the same type of shit and it just get played out. Nobody want to listen to this shit no more. You know what I mean? Because he's not willing to be different. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying about Meek Mills. I was like, Meek, you gotta change a little bit, bro. You gotta put different spins on your shit. Because if you come out with the same the fast rapping shit and just it's gonna be boring after a while. It get boring. Like you gotta change it up. Like that's what make Wayne so great. You know what I'm saying? And then Jay was able to stay in his same pocket for all these years and never change. He only changed with 444 joint. It's the only time we ever seen a different Jay. And even in that, he was kind of the same Jay. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, like Wayne, you talking Wayne and talking to Drakes and stuff like that, these niggas evolve every minute and every second. That's why they so great. Like they evolve. They know how to evolve. And I think maybe a little bit of Wayne kind of like rubbed off on Drake. Because when you look at the beginning of Drake to who he is right now, like, oh my gracious, dude is amazing, man. The GOAT. You know what I'm saying? The same with Wayne. But like I say, most artists can't do that. And that's what happened with the Jaguars and stuff like that. They don't be wanting to listen to criticism and be able to function in that type of path. I just feel like this young lady got a lot of talent. There's nowhere in here that she's not making big money in the music business as a writer and as a person doing her own thing. Because she says she's been ghostwriting for people for years. You know what I'm saying? So like it tell you right there, she got the talent. But like I say, as time move forward, your stand in the game will be erased. Evidently, she's mad about something. You know what I mean? To be talking about stuff from 20 to 50, I mean, not 50, but 20 to 18, 19 years ago and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be hurting somewhere about something. You know what I mean? I just think the people that made it and able to have that establishment or that love, I think it offends her in some type of way. You know what I mean? That's one thing I could say, man. Got to be either jealousy or envy because we ain't never seen Mary J speak of her or none of those people speak of her. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, we don't see nobody speaking of her. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that alone is a cold diss to her because she's not respected by the people like they are. You know what I'm saying? People gonna know her right now just for just exposing the industry. You know what I mean? I think that right there is a bad look on her brand and her as a person because I believe she's more talented than somebody that's gossiping, you know what I mean, about shit that, you know what I mean, that happened in the industry like that. You feel me? But like I said, you a singer and all of that, like a writer. I mean, but people ain't gonna know her for that. You know what I mean? It's like me when I first seen the Lord Jamal shit. I didn't even know that nigga was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, yeah, she said a lot of shit that was real. You know what I mean? Now about 98% of what she was saying was real. The other percent, I don't really know if it's real or fake. You know what I mean? When she was talking about Common and shit like that. A young Common may have probably did some crazy shit like that, but that nigga a whole grown man now. You feel me? But like I say, that's the each your own. You dig? I'm out, man.